before you spend your money on the CompTIA A Plus in 2026, stop. Because if you're asking yourself, is it worth it? Well, it's not as simple as it might sound. And by the end of this video, you're going to know whether or not the A Plus is the right move for you, or you should just skip it entirely. What's going on YouTube? My name is Zach, and this is IT Career Questions, where we answer your IT career questions, and this was one of them. I have lots of thoughts and opinions about CompTIA as a whole, and you can go through this entire history of the channel. I've done plenty of videos for CompTIA even. They've sponsored this channel multiple times, but I still have my grievances with CompTIA. I still have my complaints. And I still am here to tell you that at the end of the day, CompTIA is still one of those organizations that many people look at and say, yep, we can validate that they have some level of skills because they took this CompTIA exam, and that's one level of validation that we just hold near and dear to. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, do I really think that the A Plus is worth it in 2026? No. I don't. I really, truly, honestly, in 2026, do not feel like the A Plus has done anything significant to better itself in any way in providing a more practical, realistic experience, or even training knowledge that actually applies to the real world and what we're seeing in information technology. They are behind, and it is frustrating, and they've been behind for many years. Yet, I say all of this and I share my frustrations, still knowing that the marketability of CompTIA is still there, meaning that having a CompTIA certification is something that will always look okay for you, right? Like, again, there's organizations that just require that. So is it worth it? Yes and no. Right? Like, honestly, I would much rather see you get a different certification, even a different certification from CompTIA, like the Security Plus. I think that is the best certification that CompTIA offers, and maybe not the best in the security world, but it's probably the most valuable certification that they offer from the knowledge standpoint and from the marketability standpoint. That is the certification that I would 100% go after, and I would 100% recommend all of the time. The A Plus, however, no. I would strongly suggest you study that material, learn that material, but spending over $400 on what is supposed to be an entry-level IT exam is absolutely absurd and disgusting. And it truly does disgust me. CompTIA, you disgust me. You truly do. But I still am here recommending you in a way to some people because you're the only choice we have. Thanks for keeping that monopoly going, I guess. I don't know. Let's stop on that tirade. Let's stop. Let's go into talking more about the A Plus, because that's what this video is all about. And if you're still around, well, let's talk about it. The A Plus is designed to be an entry-level IT exam, and it does not the best job of it, but it does not the best job of teaching you all that information either, because it's quite honestly not as practical as it should be. It's not as realistic and real world as it should be. And that's a huge problem. But again, the marketability of it's great, right? A plus. Oh, A plus for the A plus. Hey, good job, guys. But anyway, it's 100 choice multiple. I always screw this up. There's 100 questions on the exam. 90 minutes, I believe. I'm trying to go off the top of my head on this one because I do not want to look it up because CompTIA frustrates me so dang much. It's a multiple choice question. There are performance-based questions as well, which provide you more of a scenario. They give you kind of a scenario to solve a little bit, which is kind of cool. But otherwise, you're just answering a bunch of multiple choice questions. And you need to be almost an expert in the English language to understand these questions. Like, just honestly, like you can ask anybody who's ever taken a CompTIA exam. Sometimes you have to read the questions like 17 times before you actually understand what it is that they're trying to ask you. So there's that, right? Which some people won't have a problem with. Some people do amazing on exams, period, and they'll just ace it because they know how to game the exam. That's fine, whatever. I'm here to tell you that the information that you are gonna find on this exam is helpful to an extent, for sure. But by no means, anybody who's looking to get into IT in 2026, this is not going to be like an end-all be-all certification for you. It's not even going to be like an end-all be-all for a starting point for you, because you're quite honestly learning things that are so outdated at this point still on that exam that don't even matter in 2026, right? So like throw that out the window, right? there is some information on there that would be helpful. So I will give it that. If you're somebody who is brand new to IT, this exam is for you, right? If you have no knowledge at all, go after the A+, right? I don't even know that I would spend the money on it, quite honestly. If you're going to spend your money, quite honestly, what I would do, this is what I would do. This video is an absolute cluster, but it's so incredibly important to the understanding of CompTIA, right? And just as a whole, the certs and all of that. What I would do, if you're looking to spend your hard-earned dollars on a certification and you want to go down the CompTIA route, study all the material for the A+. Like Professor Messer out on YouTube is free, and he has all of the material that you need to learn everything you need to know about the CompTIA A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus even. I would, again, strongly suggest you go through that material, learn the material, do not take the exam, do not spend your hard-earned dollars on that exam. It is not worth it. Spend your hard-earned dollars on the CompTIA Security Plus, which is a little bit cheaper and has better marketability and better knowledge that you'll learn on there than the A+, hands down. Right? Like that information is going to be much more applicable to the real world nowadays than anything else. And security should be the forefront on your mind all of the time when it comes to the IT world. So learn the material A+, go take your Security Plus, because that is going to be the most helpful for you in getting a job. I promise you that. Now, somebody might say, well, if you have no knowledge about anything technology related and all that, CompTIA has the ITF Plus or whatever. I think they still have that. I wouldn't even bother with that, quite honestly. Like, if you're going to really sink your teeth into IT, go after the A+ and learn that material. Maybe you're somebody in the camp who's like, well, AI is going to take over everything anyway, so the A+ doesn't matter. I'm here to tell you, well, unfortunately, you're wrong about that, because A+ material will still matter whether or not AI is here or there or anywhere. AI isn't going anywhere. You need to be learning and utilizing AI the entirety of your learning journey, even as you're starting out, because it is a tool. It's a resource for you. It can help you. It's not going to replace you. It's going to help you. It can be very helpful for you in your learning journey. There's so much that you can do with AI, especially when it comes to CompTIA exams. You can take the entire PDF syllabus, right? You can go out on the CompTIA website, download the syllabus for CompTIA, A+, Security Plus, Network Plus. You can throw that into ChatGPT and you can build multiple choice questions from that material. You can build like flashcards from that material. It's simple as this. Throw the PDF into ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, look at section 1.1, or it's actually domain. It'll be domain section 1.1 of this CompTIA A+ exam syllabus, and create 7, maybe 6, 7 multiple choice questions in regards to this material. And it'll deliver it for you. It'll deliver multiple choice questions based on everything that it's seeing within that document. And it does a really good job of it. And it's just multiple choice questions based off of very fundamental information that's very, very hard to get wrong. Like, it's very hard to get some of that fundamental information wrong. Could it happen still? Yes, absolutely. Still could happen. You should probably validate that information by going out on the Google and making sure that that's okay, watching all the Professor Messer stuff, because that's really, really good. And it will help you. But AI will be helpful for you, and you should be utilizing it. Another question might be, is the A+ actually your best first certification? For many years, I would have said, yeah, 100%. Now, I don't think so. Again, I just don't think it really fits the need for what it's supposed to do. It doesn't fill the purpose of it. And having it be over $400, it's not accessible for everybody. And for people who are looking to get into IT, that's frustrating. Like, CompTIA could be utilizing the A+ as a better funnel for them, to promote their better certifications. That's just a whole other thing. I'm not going to go there because it's frustrating. But anyway, not your best first certification. So I said earlier how the A+ is like over $400. One of the things I did not mention is that it's actually 2 exams. So there's the Core 1 and the Core 2. I think it's still called that, but it is 2 exams, and they're like $200 and something a piece, right? With these 2 exams, again, it's 100 question, multiple choice, whatever. There's going to be the PBAs, and you have 90 minutes to complete that exam, right? The first one and the second one is the same thing, right? Not the same exam, but the same requirements, if you will. 100 questions, 90 minutes to complete, over $200 for the one exam. just to get your A+, you have to pass 2 exams. Stupid. Just utterly and completely stupid. But moving on. It's expensive. It's expensive for an entry-level certification. So is the CompTIA A+ worth it in 2026? No, definitely not. I would not go down that route. I would learn some of the material that's on there because it can be helpful for you, but going after that certification, spending your hard-earned dollars on it, no. If somebody else wants to pay for that certification, do it. 100% do it. If somebody wants to, fund your way for education, always take advantage of that. But if it's your own dollars, spend your own dollars on the Security Plus or the CCNA. Like, those are 2 certifications that hands down blow the A+ out of the water in so many ways from the marketability and the knowledge standpoint. But I think the information that you're going to learn on both of those exams are actually much more realistic and practical to the real world. And you've heard me say those key words like multiple times in this video, because those are important keywords, especially when it comes to any type of exam or learning material that you're going to go through. How much of it is actually applicable and realistic to what we are seeing in the real world? Because there are so many exams out there that are just outdated, right? They only update them every few years. Well, technology changes and evolves very, very quickly. So some of these exams just are always going to be out of date in a way. And some of the exams just continue to be out of date in many ways. And it's frustrating. So learn the material, go after a certification that's going to be much more beneficial for you in a marketability standpoint, because that's, in a way, what matters. Really, truly, honestly. Anybody can learn the technical skills, and most anybody can achieve a lot of the certifications that exist out there. Go after a certification that's actually going to look good on your resume and stand out. And the CompTIA A+, it's not one of those. Not anymore. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. As always, take it easy.